Okay.
Hey. Try, try.
Hey. Hey. Okay.
Okay. We are back. New year, new us.
How new? How new are we, Chilala? How
Not
new
new.
are
Not new.
we?
We just got hats on.
Oh yes, sorry. I'm smart girl.
Yes.
Smart girl.
Cute girls.
Smart, cute girl. Demure.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Anyway,
guys. Welcome to I Was Thinking with Ashley Takes a Sip.
sorry. Try.
Actually. Oh, my
Yeah.
word. The podcast where we talk about what we've been thinking. Literally. I like the way you say literally.
Literally.
Literally. Anyway, we are back, guys. This is our sixth episode. Look at us. Yeah, that makes more sense as a six than yeah. This is six. No one does this. We're still
That's so
experiencing.
awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward.
Have you met someone who does that?
No, and that's the first time I did it as well. Sometimes my brain just does these things, man. We're still experiencing some glitches, but hopefully it won't be bad. Um, yeah,
We hope. We pray.
hopefully. Yeah. So
Anyway,
Trey, I've been thinking, it's that time of year where we plan, we try to get our lives in order. This
Happy
year,
New Year.
I wanna, yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, everyone that's listening or watching.
Poo, poo, poo,
Um,
poo.
Woo, 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 woo. Fireworks, fireworks. Um, this year I wanna automate more things. Like I wanna make my life low maintenance by automating that stuff that we know is coming up. That's just like part of adulthood or part of adult admin or part of like habits you wanna form in the
Mhm.
year or for life, for your lifestyle. I wanna learn to automate that. And I came to you, the planning queen in my life. Because I'm like, if anybody can plan, use an Excel sheet or a Google Doc or a Google Calendar. It's my girl Trey.
I love me a Google
Can I show you
ecosystem.
something actually? Sorry. I
Ooh,
got
show me,
this
show me, show me.
planner, this journal years ago.
Ooh.
Maybe 3 or 4. Isn't that
Come on,
pretty?
Lather. Ooh, so
Yes.
cute.
I found her in a random Chinese store, right? When I opened page 1, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that?
Yo, 1998, show me. Damn.
The year I was born. I was so
I always,
excited. I was like, it's meant to be.
I always forget how much younger than me you are. And then you say things like that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that much.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, okay, so that's a sign.
What do you mean? It's a
Baby
sign.
1998, you're going to be the
Yes.
organized queen. Because that book was born when you were born.
Yes.
So that book
ASMR.
and you
What am I doing?
together are going to be the girl you want to be. The planner is
Yes.
going to be a planner. You are going to be a planner in the planner that wants to be a planner. And everything will be planned.
Yes.
Hallelujah. In the Lord's name. Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Anyway,
So anyway, Trey,
yes,
the
brother.
people may not know why I'm so inspired by your planning prowess. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
As for my planning prowess, that's so funny. Okay, so we've had this conversation before offline for just to give people context. So I'm not a planning queen per se, but I do love a good plan. Mostly just because it keeps my anxiety, my overthinking, all of the things at bay. I
Mm,
love to have something in place that
mhm.
does the thinking for me. That's the reason I plan. I don't like people are like, oh my gosh, you plan so that you have control. No, I plan so that I can just exist on a day-to-day basis. That's how I plan, which is linking to what you were talking about, Chi, where it's automating. I plan so that on a day-to-day basis, I have, let's say, 5 things I need to do. And those 5 things contribute to the bigger 5 things I want to achieve that week, or the bigger 5 things I want to achieve that month, or the bigger 5 things I want to achieve that year. It's not a new concept. It doesn't come from anywhere where I created it. It's something, it's like smart goals or something where you just take it and break it down, whatever it is. It's just the reason I do this is because if I do those 5 things every day that link to the 5 things of the year, that link to the 5 things of the week, by doing like the one thing each day type of vibe. So that's how I see planning is. It's it's giving me the opportunity to use my brain for something else that day type of vibe. Which is weird because one would say, how do you like I plan to be present. For me to be present in a moment, I need to plan ahead so that there's things that are taken care of and I can just be like for instance, this all of this was put in place so that all I have to do is show up and talk. That's it. That's my responsibility because that's what planning has afforded me as an opportunity. I think that's how I see planning, and that's why it's such a thing to me. Because when I don't, yo,
Yeah.
I get stressed. Like yo, but anyway, so what type of things do you want to automate? So yeah, the chat I guess
Sorry,
that we're having it's
before
easier to
that,
kind of yeah.
yeah, before that, I just want to talk about, I guess, the benefits that I've seen from
Mm,
kind of like the outside, or I want to go back to like when I was in second year, right? So I studied applied mathematics and I took statistics as an elective. Anyway, decisions were made. We move forward.
mathy math,
So
baby.
the statistics department was separate from the mathematics department. And the mathematics department, like sometimes you'd at the how do I put this? They were different. They're different girls. The statistics department, you knew from the beginning of the year when all your tests and assessments and things were going to happen. They were calendarized. Everything was there. You walk into the statistics department and it felt different. They just felt put together. The
Yeah.
math department was just some nerds trying to do their jobs. Like you ask them a month ahead when the test is going to be, they're not sure yet. They haven't really scheduled it quite yet, but you'll find out eventually. So I really liked personally the statistics department because I was that girl that beginning of the year I have my calendar open. I'm putting in all when all the assignments are due and all that stuff. I have it in. It just gave me a sense of calm. It let me
Mm,
know that I don't have to keep the stuff in my head. When the time is right for me to do the things, my calendar will tell me.
exactly.
Yeah. And so I think this is what attracted me to your system as well.
Yeah.
Answering your question, what's some of the stuff I'm trying to automate? I'm trying not to freak myself out. I think you said you have like 5 main goals for like the year or month or something.
Oh no, that was an example. I have
Okay.
many things going on at any given point. Sorry, I actually want to double touch on something before we move on because now you've
Okay.
triggered something in my brain. But it's exactly that. Like you've given the perfect example where if you give me my calendar and it's kind of like journaling, how you can be so overwhelmed and you get all the information out of your brain. It feels like you're releasing it and it's out there, it's been acknowledged, it's been put, and it's been dealt with, if that makes any sense. And
Mm-hmm.
like it's the same with those tests. Remembering every single test.
Sorry, you're saying remembering every single test?
Yeah, yeah. So like remembering every single test is just gonna freak you out. So at least if you've planned and your calendar will tell you on Tuesday that hey, you have a test on Friday. Let's start studying. Simple. Like it's not deep. It's not hectic. It doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's a test. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it takes the heavy, it knocks the heaviness off of tasks that feel big. If you make them little bite size, just
Yeah.
you know. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. So what's the thing you want to automate? I just wanted to like add that.
So for me, I've tried to simplify things more this year. So I'm trying to do things quarter by quarter, living quarter by quarter. So I have two main quarterly goals. One of them is
Okay.
this whole like automating thing, which probably won't take the whole quarter. But for
It
now,
might.
that's the thing. I was like, it might, because I may be experimenting and realizing, okay, I need to tweak this here and there. So I was like, I chose it because I was like, this is the thing that if I knock this out, it's gonna make life and operating much simpler for me. So yeah, that's one of them. The other one is getting a job because I'm applying right now for work, and my main focus is on like applying for work and getting a job. Additional
Okay.
kind of side stuff is laundry because my laundry tends to get away from me. And so that's one that can add significant stress if it's not done. And
Okay.
obviously podcasting, we're doing this, podcast thing on a weekly basis. And finally, the other thing I have is like I put it down because I was just thinking like what stuff that I do weekly or need to do weekly. I put down grocery shopping. But there's something you said last year when we had this conversation, which really struck me. You said you don't put in nitty gritties, like you're not trying to micromanage yourself. And I was like, ooh, that's a good one. I'm not sure I know the difference between setting myself up well to win and also not micromanaging.
So I mean, you said a lot there. Let's talk about the micromanage versus nitty gritties because that's a big question before we get into the
Hmm.
specifics. So the key to this, as I said, is the idea is not to be like a stickler. It's just to make sure that at some point I address the thing I needed to address. At some point. It's
Hmm.
putting it in some way. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example. Like, for instance, oh, yes, our podcast. I have to post episode 5,
Hmm.
right? Because you're posting episode 4, I'm going to post episode 5. Um, I know that my brain capacity is nonsense right now. I have a lot going on. And all I did was I put it down on somewhere on one of those days. Because then I'm like, at some point, it's gonna come up and be a thing I need to. You don't have to worry about the who, what, where. You just need to put it on your agenda for the day. And that's
Hmm.
how I do my to-do lists. It's more of a like that day, the agenda has 3, 4, 5 things. And those 3, 4, 5 things, some of them contribute to bigger things, some of them are a big thing. The key is make sure the thing is addressed, whatever it is. If it's a regular thing, make sure that it's put in a regular spot. Case in point, laundry. You want to do laundry, we've spoken about this a little bit. So you want to do laundry once a week, make sure that you've picked a day and you've written laundry down. Then forget about it and make it that version of you's problem. So you forget about it. Today's Chilala is not doing laundry. That version of Chilala is doing laundry. So therefore, you've forgotten because you know that your laundry will get done by a version of you at some point.
Hmm.
But also, you don't give her specifics on, okay, that day you're going to do whites. And no, just
Okay.
Chilala, wash something. Do you know what I'm saying? Give yourself the sense of achievement that you washed something that day. How you do it, how you get there is really up to you because she still needs the
Hmm.
autonomy. A lot of the time, dude, give that person autonomy. You're just like, hey, I'm just helping you know what you need to achieve today. The minute you go into the mini stuff, you overwhelm yourself because
Mm.
then you're trying to solve for X in the future. You don't know what that girl's going to be going through. All you need is for her to know she must do laundry. That's it. More than that, leave her. That's her business. What she will do is what she will do. She'll make sure you have laundry done. How she gets there is between her and her. You mustn't get involved. type of vibe. So, but I like to treat myself as multiple females in one body. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so let's address one thing. What's a big thing we need to automate right now in this quarter? We are in Q1.
Okay. Yeah.
What's one we need to automate? Or give me a big
I
goal in Q1.
A very big goal is applying for jobs.
Okay.
And the issue with this one is it has, I don't want to be negative, but it's almost like it has anxiety inbuilt. So my natural inclination is avoidance,
Okay.
but it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the thing about getting a job is it's a tricky one because it's not in your control. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you need to change that goal to something you can actually do. You can't get yourself
Oh,
a job. You don't hire yourself unless you're starting a company.
true.
So you need to change the words because if you are not hiring you, then you can't get yourself a job. That's not a goal. Automatically you're giving yourself the pressure of employing yourself, which is not what you're going to do. Getting a job is someone like giving you a job is someone else's job.
Someone
You
else's, yeah.
What do you need to do? What does Chilala need to do? You need to apply for jobs,
Yes.
or you need to look for jobs, or what is your action, your actual
Okay,
action?
see, look for immediately has less stress to it, feels easier than apply.
Okay.
I'm thinking because I was reading Atomic Habits and I haven't finished. Habits. What's happening with my English today?
Yes,
Habits. See,
atomic habits.
Atomic Habits. And he was talking about how a good thing to do is to, I think it's like make it obvious, make it easy, make it attractive.
Okay.
So part of making it easy, like the easier a habit is, the more likely we are to engage it. And so if I'm thinking apply for a job, there's a lot of weight to that. But if I
Yeah.
if I think I'm just looking for opportunities, I can do that. I use Google all the time.
The only thing with look for though is it's limiting because, or do you want look for and apply to be two separate things?
I think when people say like the 2 minute rule, when they're like, I'm only gonna work for 2 minutes. But then really like your hope is that you'll continue working beyond the 2 minutes. I think I'm trying to psych myself into applying by saying, hey, we're just looking for an opportunity. We're just looking at jobs. Okay. But once I find one, it's like, well, you found it. Might as well apply. I'm
Okay.
hoping I can trick
Okay.
my
Oh,
brain into applying.
so you're calling the process looking for a job. So the
Yes.
process of, okay, I like that.
Yes.
Okay, so then there you go. So if you are looking for a job and that's something you want to automate, how often would you like to do the process of looking for a job in this quarter? You have 3 months. Well, just under 3 months because we're already into January.
We'll
But
start with this one. Yeah. I think it should be daily. That's the
why?
wise thing because I need a job.
Okay, give me another reason why daily is the thing you want to do.
Because I feel like it's what people would approve of.
Uh-uh.
I'm
You
just
knew
being
when you
real
said
now.
it. You
That's the real
knew when you
answer.
said it. That was never going to be the answer I was going to say yes to. Never. Dilala, legitimately, realistically, this is between you and you. I am just here as a helper. Legitimately. You want to look for a job and it needs to be something you can do. Is this something you really want to do every day? You, not people, not ideas, not
Yeah.
inklings.
Of
Can
course, it's
you
not
make
something I want
looking
to
for a
do
job
every
fun?
day.
every day. Can you make it
Nah,
fun every day?
no, no.
Okay, so let's make it realistic. Let's make it realistic. How
Okay.
often? How many jobs do you want to apply for in the quarter, in the 3 months? Let's say that rather. Any number, just throw a number. It's
Okay.
fine.
I like the number 100. You know what's so great about this current glitch? This is the look you would be giving me even if you weren't glitched. I feel
Yes,
like.
because I'm still giving it to you. How dare you? What do you mean 100? Have you lost your mind? What do you
Is
what
that too much?
Chinelo, in what world? Like, are you gonna apply to 100 jobs? I'm not saying don't pursue opportunities. I'm not,
Yeah.
but come on, dude. 100. That's pressure that like you are asking yourself to freak out. Like you want to disappoint yourself. Like you are asking yourself to be like you're
See,
setting
this is why
yourself
I
up
talk
for
to
failure.
you. I want to
Be
say two
realistic.
things. I want to say two things because I feel like I don't know what the realistic thing is because especially when was it? 2024? That was like after I graduated and was like really looking for work and stuff before I got my first job. And during that time, you look at different things, you're trying to research how to apply and stuff like that, and how
Mhm.
to, make applying easy and stuff. And there would be people that would be like, yeah, in the past month I did 100 applications, or in the or half for the first half of this year I did like 500. And so then you start to feel like, oh, this is what the norm is. You hear people talking about you shouldn't complain, or yeah, there was one lady that was like, you shouldn't complain if you had like about your CV not getting noticed and stuff if you've had like less than 200 applications. So then my mind, I'm like, okay, so
Who are you
I'm
interacting with?
it's people on the internet that I don't know. Random thought. Can I please say this random thought? Oh my gosh. This is called I was thinking. um, as you're giving me that look, I heard something wild on YouTube the other day, but it was confirmed by someone who claims they're a trained dentist and they're a qualified dentist. He said, when you brush your teeth, you're not supposed to rinse your mouth.
What do you
he
mean?
said he said you just spit out the excess and obviously like clean your mouth, but you're supposed to leave the toothpaste to continue doing its work and protecting your teeth. I said, now that's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
Wait. Okay. Wait. Hold on. You know. Nah. Hold on.
Mm,
Let me say something. This is random thought is what we are calling rabbit
this
holes that
section.
we take in a different direction. So, when I brush my teeth, right?
You froze. What's going on?
I mustn't talk because I don't freeze when you are talking, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Wow, not again. Oh, this app is such a roller coaster. Okay, she's back. Ah,
I hate it here. Okay. I'm gonna try to say my words. I hate it here. Why? What did I do to hurt StreamYard that it would disrespect me like this?
And why is it only one of us?
Anyway, I'm gonna talk. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so when I brush my teeth, I brush my teeth while I'm doing other things. So I load up the toothbrush, I roll it around my mouth, and then I put it stays in my mouth as I do other things. So like I get dressed, I put on my bra, I put on like underwear, like I do other things
Mm-hmm.
while the
It's
toothpaste is
sitting on your
chilling in
teeth.
my mouth. So maybe there's something to that.
Mm.
Because my teeth have treated me pretty well. So maybe. But it's mostly just because I'm trying to make time go quickly. Because I can't just stand and brush my teeth. I don't have that
Same.
ability.
I thought I was the
I
only
get
one
bored.
because, like, I have to walk around. When I
Yeah,
was
and I gotta
younger,
do
I used
things.
to, yeah,
Yeah, like I gotta do something. It's just in this
yeah.
case, I do it while I get dressed. Like I literally load up the toothbrush, roll it around my mouth, and then it just sits there as I'm putting clothes on, as I'm making my
Mm.
bed, but it's just like hanging out in my mouth. I'm not brushing actively. It's just
Yeah, but the
the
toothpaste is
toothpaste,
like doing
it's
its toothpaste
marinating in my
things.
teeth. Do you know what I'm saying? So
That's a
maybe
good
there's
word.
something to that. I
Yeah,
do
I
rinse
think that's
though.
what they were trying to say. But it's
Mm.
just like, surely at some point you rinse it out though. But I
So
don't know.
now your breakfast is going to be mixed in with toothpaste. What are we doing? What are we doing, Mayume? What
Nah,
are we doing?
yeah, that ain't right.
I don't know about that. Anyway,
Anyway,
let's come
sorry,
back from the
sorry.
commercial break.
Little
Random thought.
tangent. Let us return. That's our little ad break. Right. So we're talking about like job after. Oh. I was talking about people's like people, what other people say, and making that my expectation. Talking to you is sometimes trippy because I've gone out there and believed I've done enough research, or I've made a wise decision. And then we talk and you're like, dude, that's such a high standard. How are you gonna live up to that? And I'm like, well, no wonder I'm stressed. I thought this was normal. For example, the laundry. Last time we talked about laundry. And I was like, yeah, I think I want to do it once a week. And then you asked me like, um, basically, if I
Why?
was not having a good time, when do I think I should do it? Basically, how often do I think I should do it? But my mind was like, how often do you think you should do it? So I focused on the should. And I was like, well, I should probably do it twice a week because there's these like moms on the internet that have 6 kids that do laundry every day, but they also stay at home wives and stuff. Um,
They do laundry every day because they have 6 kids, bro.
yeah,
Which means
there's
that
that
the
too.
clothes are probably like, and kids. Let's remember kids. Kids fly through clothes like they've lost their minds. Just simply because of the fact that they don't have the wherewithal to know that laundry detergent is expensive. You
Mm,
cannot get yourself dirty every hour on the hour, my babe. That don't
mm-hmm.
make sense. So that's why I'm like, practically that makes sense for her. She has no choice.
Yeah, it does
Shilala,
make
if
sense for her.
she
Yeah.
had your life, she would be like, yeah, babes, I'll do laundry when laundry calls me. Type of vibe. She wants to be you. You are out here trying to be
Yeah.
mom of kids. So, like, you have to put context on these things, babes. Like, let's do laundry because I feel like we didn't finish laundry because, like, it was a
Mm-hmm.
bigger conversation. How many, like, I actually, yeah, you raised it actually, and I want you to go back to
Yeah.
that. When you are having the best way to plan is think about the worst version of you achieving this thing. The worst version of you. The you that
Yeah.
wants nothing else but to lie face down and watch YouTube videos and scroll through TikTok and
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
And not because they're hungry. Eat because it makes me feel nice. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
relief.
Like the
Yeah.
worst version of you. The version of you that wants to drink wine, eat, watch TV,
Cheese.
and doom scroll. And that's all you want to do that day. That version of you is the one you plan for.
That's a
That's the one
great
you
idea because if we can set that version of me up for a win, all the other versions already, set up to win. Um, that version of me, realistically, only wants to touch laundry once a month.
So then, so then work back from that. Is like, how realistic is that? And what are the practicalities that hold you back from doing once a month? Let's talk about that. What's stopping you?
Mm-hmm. I think there's two things that come to the top of my head. One of them is I don't have enough of the basics, the stuff that you build outfits on. I don't have enough of those, like
Okay.
t-shirts. I need more t-shirts. Um, the other thing is I I fall back on what's easy to wear, not necessarily what will make me feel good or what I enjoy wearing. I like fall back on the like easy to wear stuff and wear those often. And so those clothes will get worn quicker than more often than the other stuff does. So when they're dirty, then it's like, ah, I have to look at this other stuff. Or I feel guilty and be like, I should do my laundry.
Okay. So the other clothes, the other options, because you just said that the comfortable stuff isn't necessarily what you feel good in. You
Hmm.
said it,
I
which
said it.
means that there's feel good clothing that could also help you do laundry once a month. And you are walking past that opportunity every day.
Because they feel like um they feel like going out clothes, or they feel like clothes I should save for a Sunday, or clothes I should save if I'm leaving the house. I spend most of my time in the house, so it's like I can't just wear this in the house. I mean, I can wear it in the house and that would feel pretty, but it also feels like these are not house clothes.
So, I mean, yes, that makes complete sense. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, no, just wear it. Some things are
Wear the
really
dress.
outside clothes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to use what you've got. If it's laundry day and you wear the dress, like if you have a comfortable dress that you'd prefer to wear outside, wear it because there's no clothes. Just wear the dress. You'll just be pretty. Obviously, don't wear your like out clothes. You know your this is what I wear to a wedding
Like
clothes.
wedding clothes.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's now you're making complicated laundry. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, don't do that. But like, really realistically evaluate how much comfort. So I'm like, not the stuff that you've worn historically to be comfortable. Like, actually ask yourself, how many more things could fit into I'm comfortable, but I'm also dressed? Maybe there's a couple things you've been avoiding that could get you to 1 month. Because that's the goal here, by the way. We are trying to get you to 1 month. That's what we are trying to do.
mm,
If we don't get there, it's fine. But we need to remove all the things that might get in the way to getting you to 1 month. Like, we need to get rid of those things. If there's nothing else to remove and we are not at 1 month, then you are like, okay, maybe twice a month, maybe once a week. But don't
mm-hmm,
start at high. Like, start low.
mm. Okay.
Start low. People who say
Yeah.
shoot for the stars, land on the moon. No. Well, technically, I kind of do that, but that's a different thing. I do shoot for the stars and land on the moon, but when I do shoot for the stars, actually, I don't even assume that I might need a break from being on it. I might not be my most productive self. I might not be my best self. And
Mm,
I need to make sure that I am loving the worst version of me. Because if I am better than the worst version of me that day, that means flying colors, my G. Flying colors. I'll do all my laundry. I'll flip this house upside down. I'll clean. I'll do all the things. And I'll be so proud of myself. Wow, best version of me. But worst version of me did one load of laundry and it's done. And she achieved the only thing I put on her to-do list. And I'm proud of her. And as a result, life is moving. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like, babes, maybe address that how much clothes.
You know something that's also come to my mind is like there's one dress that popped in my mind where I'm like, I could wear that around the house, right? And
Yeah.
also could wear it to church. It's comfortable and it's also cute. But then I'm also thinking the more I wear it, the more wear and tear it's going to go through. Then I will have to replace it soon. And I can hear my mom in the back of my head saying, clothes are for wearing, which is it that really stems off of from money is from for spending. Because
Mm.
I don't like having to spend money. And so if I wear my clothes more often, I'll need to replace them more often as well. And that means spending money. And I don't want to do that.
Okay, so I understand the money is for spending element because that one also
Mhm.
just freaks me out. I don't like it when people say that to me. But clothes are for wearing. So how will this dress wear and tear exactly?
Through life and living.
How long will it take for it to wear and tear to the point where you have to buy another one?
Okay, I have no idea. I don't know.
There we go. Don't say things just because it's fun to say things. What does that even mean? Like, unless you truly unpacked the idea of what that wear and tear really practically looks like, you can't use that.
Hmm.
You can't. What do you mean? Like, what do you
Yo.
mean? Like I can do that because I have hips, I have thighs, which means that my jeans have a certain amount of time on them simply because my thighs rub together, which means the inner part of my jeans go through actual wear and tear. And I can kind of calculate how long my jeans will last depending on how tight they are. Because obviously, the tighter they are, the more stretched over my body, the more friction, the actual wear and tear is happening because it's doing this, right?
Mm.
So I
Hmm.
can't wear my tight jeans every day because of the fact that I need them to last. Because I like that jean and how it fits me, because my body is odd, because of how tall I am. My size usually is on a shorter person. So because I'm a thick galley, a lot of the time, fuller figured girls are not tall. So thick and tall is very tricky. So when I find a pair of jeans that fits me well,
Mm.
I have to, you see what I mean? Where I'm like, practicality
Mindful.
reason to not wear
Okay.
it.
Actual predictable ones, like that you know will happen, not could possibly, maybe.
So I think that's why I'm like, babe, is valid, but how is it valid? Because in my case, it is. I have a pair of jeans now that I brought to Korea with me that I can't wear because of that exact thing. The wear and tear finally happened. And now the inner thigh is split. I can't wear them anymore. Because the problem is when it splits, it goes all the way up to the bum now. And then whenever I'm sitting, people can just see my cooch nans because
Oh,
obviously now it's a splitting type vibe. So I can't wear those jeans
yeah.
anymore. And then, okay. I just, wow. Wow. Anyway, but yeah, so I think you need to do a practical evaluation of what is and isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Like, and then after you have all those clothes in a pile, clothes you can actually wear at home, then you can be like, okay, how many days will all these clothes take me through? Is it 2 weeks?
Mm.
Is it from there, determine how often you have to do laundry. Because laundry is a very practical thing, dude. You can't go based on other people. You can't. You cannot. You are hurting yourself by doing that. So, but that's, like I said, my opinion, my thoughts.
So let's go back to the job application one because I actually thought that 100 applications in, say, 90 days, give or take, was actually not ambitious, not from the perspective of how I feel about it, but from thinking what others, and when I say others, it's abstract. There's no specific people, just like others. What in my mind, I thought people would judge me or feel like I'm not serious if they were to know that I was doing less than say 100 applications in 3 months. So now what is realistic? I guess it's different for different people, huh? Is it? I don't know.
I mean, so I think it's also
Okay.
I hate it here. Anyway, so I'm like, let me say it quick. If you're trying to apply to every single job that ever existed to every job, then yes, you're behind. You should be doing 100, but you're not. You're trying to apply to a specific job. So figure out how many applications make sense for the type of job you're trying to apply to. How many opportunities are open for what you want to do on average. So, what is the thing you are applying for?
So it's not just one thing, it's things now,
Mm,
which also gives
mm,
me stress.
okay, okay. Let's focus it. What are the things? Give
Okay.
me one
So
thing you are applying for. One thing you are applying for. Let's go. List them. One, two,
okay,
three.
let's say data based jobs. Um learning what is it called? Like learning design, where they like train people and stuff, and then like traditional education. I'll say those are the three main. Should I
Okay.
throw in cafes, retail? I mean, that's not necessarily what I want, but I'm just like, if push comes to shove, so maybe I shouldn't include that one.
I think, okay. So, no wonder you're aiming for 100 a day because the net is so wide that you have to apply for 100 for it to make any practical sense. I think you need to drill down on what in data, what in education, what in learning design. Like, what are those jobs and how many of them are actually available? Like, and
Mm.
within your wheelhouse. If you see that 10 of them appear on your search every day, then apply for 10 of them a day. Like, you know what I mean? Because actually, if you start drilling down on the jobs you want, like for instance, I suggested that you go for like a data internship type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Data
Hmm.
internships, they aren't 100, my love. It's not possible. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they exist, but not like that. I doubt it. So that's why I'm like, I don't know about this 100 number. It's giving too general. Like,
Yeah.
figure out how many opportunities are available to you within the thing you want to do, the actual jobs you're applying for. You want to be
Okay.
a data analyst? Cool. How many data analyst roles are available? If there are 50 that you see when you do a search, then you can be like, cool, let's break down those 50 and put them each day. That might work out to you do 10 a day because it's 5 days and you do 10 each day. Or you could put it through the whole quarter and it might work out that you do one every other day. Do you see what I mean? Where like you let the thing
Mm.
determine how many, not a random number you fetched from the internet and random people you don't know. Because now
Mm.
you're just putting pressure for yourself for people who aren't even checking. Like you created an exam as if these people are going to come and be like, yeah, you're not doing 100. That person don't know you. Like random internet person don't know you. So no, look at the list. What do you want to apply for when you do a
Hmm.
search? Because I know you're doing a wide net. I get that, but focus it a little.
Okay. Okay.
I think that
So
will
I've
help
gone
you a
too
lot.
I've gone too extreme. It's interesting because 2 years ago I was on the other extreme of just this one thing, and I've been trying to be more open minded, but I think I became too open.
So go from you were here. Well, you were here.
This app doesn't like you talking, bruh. I was here.
Whatever. The devil is a liar. Sus. Whatever. Whatever.
The frustration is real. Oh
I'm
my
tired.
word.
I don't have time for that nonsense. I don't even know if this is an episode. What is this? What even is this? Anyway, so I say all of that to say, change that number to one that's more realistic.
Okay. And that's actually based on availability and not on random. Wow.
Because also,
Wow.
can you apply for 100 jobs as a data intern? Do they exist?
No, I don't think so.
So you're
Yeah.
setting yourself up for failure. Like you're setting yourself up to not hit a goal that shouldn't have been set in the first place. Like,
Okay.
why?
So new routine. The new routine, search for, like drill down on what you actually want to apply for. And probably like if it's learning and design or data analyst, I'm looking at junior positions or intern positions, right? Once I have that, search for the jobs. When you find them, I think this is also where I need to stop myself, is to apply for all the ones that I can apply for before I start another search.
Yes. So maybe you have a whole quarter, which is how many weeks? 12 weeks?
Yeah.
There we go. You have 12 weeks. Did it break those 12 weeks? You mathy, you know things and fractions. Break those 12 weeks into each profession. You had 3 categories. 4 weeks for this category, 4 weeks for this category, 4 weeks for this category. Or there's 3 categories. So 1 week, one category, 2 week, one category, 3 week, one category, 1 week to rest. Next, 1 week, one category, 2 week, one category, 3 week, one category, rest. And that's just off the top of my mind.
Yeah.
Because
That's so
then,
crazy because in my mind, I'm like when you were doing that, I thought to myself, like, I didn't know that was allowed. I was like, allowed by who?
who's checking?
No one's checking.
Who's checking?
Yo, yeah,
Shalala, the problem is you go through life like someone is marking your test. And
I
I
do.
I worry about the fact I do it too. We all do. But in your case, it's so present. It's like you have
Mm,
someone in your life that is repeatedly telling you that you must, you should. And I'm like, who is this ghost that is haunting you with expectations that are so
yeah,
high? And then what's worse is then you go ahead and tell me it's you. I'm like, but how are you oppressing you? What do you mean? Aren't you on your team? Like I
mm,
get that's what it is to be an overthinker. But like I said this to you once, and hopefully this thing will let me get my thought out. What? Now that we have a few minutes left, now it's not gonna break. Anyway, I said this to you once where I was like, the thing about being an overthinker is because you genuinely believe that every possibility and every scenario is possible and realistic, which means that there's a part of you that truly believes in yourself to achieve every version of that scenario, which makes decisions difficult because you think you can succeed in all five, two, three, whatever versions, like in all those alternate realities,
mm,
which is a confidence technically, but we don't treat it that way. It cripples us, but the only reason you're crippled is because you know that you could comfortably be any of those five people, which is actually kind of cool. If you
Mm.
get what I'm saying. Like I
Mm.
could, like, if let's just use a stupid example. There's four types of candy, right? The reason I overthink is I don't want to make the wrong decision. But the only reason I think those four types are all viable is I think that I can exist in any reality where I choose one of those candies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Which means that
Yeah.
you see your ability. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And I think you need to restructure. I've said this to myself, but we had this conversation. I think you need to restructure your relationship with, like, your overthinking. I think it's a strength. You just have to see it that way. You let your overthinking attack you when it should be your best friend. My overthinking helps me with my planning. Like, she's the gal. She knows how to
Mm.
see large periods of time and break them up into nice bite-sized chunks and
Mm-hmm.
make my life easy on a day-to-day basis, as well as piss me off about decisions. Like, she can do both. You
Mm.
haven't tapped into the strength of your overthinking yet. And there's something there that I think you need to do.
So my question is this: how do you? Because I think what I struggle with is, you're right. I've always felt like my potential is a burden in a way,
Mm-hmm.
because on one level I believe that I can achieve these high things, but and not just that I can, that but because I can, I should. And the fact that I'm not is something to be ashamed of. And so now it's like, okay, first of all, no one operates, no normal human being operates at their peak every second of every day.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do I do with that? What do I do with feeling like I have this potential, which may or may not be true? It could be pride.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but how do I deal with kind of feeling like, okay, this is what I could be living with, but this is where this is what I'm, or rather, I don't want to. I don't want to, or I don't feel like it.
So I think that's the issue as well, is if I don't want to is also valid, because that just means that you don't have to overthink it then. If you don't want to, then take it off the list.
Mm.
So the issue is, you're like, you take your, like, I don't know how to explain this. You like I said, you get off your own team. Like, you leave the team and then judge yourself, which doesn't make
Mm.
any sense. You are All of
Yeah.
it is you. It's the same team. You're not competing, you're not fighting, you're not, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
all you. Even the overthinking, blah blah blah, it's all you. I think you need to stop forgetting that you are on your own team. I think that's what it is. You judge yourself, like I said, like it's like there's a ghost that like sits with you and tells you, "Hi, you're not doing enough." Like, but you're not though. And you let the ghost stay, even though it's your thoughts, it's your life, it's you who makes the decisions. You are in full control. But the ghost is telling you, "Yeah, but no, that's my thinking." Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, it's an
Mm.
opinion. It shouldn't be the thing that drives you.
Yeah.
Caring what other people think is different to your inner voice being your enemy. You dig me?
Yo. Yeah.
I think in your case, your inner voice is doing all the work. Forget other people. Something's
Yeah.
going on there. You and your inner voice need to have a fight. Like, fight and then finish so that you can
Yeah.
move on. Your only inner voice should be the Lord Jesus. Hallelujah.
Amen.
But yeah.
Amen.
So anyway, but that's the thing.
That is a
Anyway,
good one.
we have this conversation could have been much more rich and delicious, but alas, StreamYard was like,
Yeah.
not me. So that being said, now you were thinking before, what are you thinking now, dearest?
I like the head flick that you did just there. I was thinking I need to get myself together. I need to put my life properly. But now I'm thinking I need to. Planning is important, but I want to plan like I'm planning for a friend. Because clearly, me and my inner voice have a strained relationship. So I need to figure out, I think with my planning going forward, I want to plan like I'm planning for a friend um, rather
Who you
than
love
this person, yes, who I love and care about, um,
and accept
rather
and have
than,
grace for
mhm,
being important.
yeah,
So continue. I just wanted to add that. Continue.
yeah. So I mean that's gonna be interesting because I'll have to fight the inner perfectionist. I do put a lot of pressure on myself,
So that's what I'm
which is
saying is
something I've been hearing for years.
don't stop. I do the same thing. I'm not sitting coming from a place of being fixed or anything like
Hmm.
that. And there's no such thing as fixed also. I need to stop saying that. But like have some grace for yourself. You are the only you get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like be on your own team,
be
bro.
kind.
Yeah. But anyway, hoping that StreamYard would let me do this, but we'll see. This has been a really great conversation. Thank you for your patience with my internet. And apparently, it's not even my internet, it's StreamYard because we were having a full on chat on Google Meet with no problems. So,
Yeah.
anyway, this
Wait,
has
what about your
been.
thoughts?
Oh, my thoughts. Sorry. No, I shared my thoughts. Be on your own team.
Okay.
That's the stuff I was saying. When
Oh, okay,
I,
cool.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
my sprinkly. Yeah. So yeah, guys, this has been I was thinking the podcast with
Chili.
nah. See you next time. Bye.
Wait. And Trey. And Trey.
Did I freeze and Trey?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did a whole outro and it's not recorded.
We can just jump in. Just say and Trey. I'll cut it out.
And Trey. This has been I was thinking the podcast where we share.
And you just froze.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, people.
I hated it.
And now, some bloopers.
No, because I
She's-
don't like looking at
Wait.
myself, looking at myself.
Wait, but do you know what just happened from a viewer experience, right?
No,
So
what?
you were on with your glasses, it glitched. You came back without glasses on. So we didn't see you take the glasses off. They just disappeared. And then you came back again with glasses on after glitching again. Oh my word! Is this episode gonna happen? Is this episode gonna happen or are we starting over?
Chilala, we're not gonna post this, babes. We're leaving.
Anyway, these are my glasses, my blue light glasses. I feel so cute. I'm so cute. Oh wait, if you're just listening, you can't. You're not able to participate in this cute moment. Switch over to YouTube and see my cuteness.
I'm back. I come back.
See back. Hopefully this works out.